Welcome back, third graders. It's good to see you, and I hope it's good to see me. Today should be Monday, May 11th, because I'm recording this a few days early. However, you should be watching this on May 11th. This is to help you write another keyword outline. I'm gonna challenge you just a little bit more today. While I'm gonna help you write out this outline, I'm going to give you a special word, and the special word is go, but it means stop. So I'm really confusing you. I'm just making this up as I go. Okay, I'm going to say go, and that means you stop the video. Okay, when I say go, you stop the video, and you write your 3 or 4 words, 3 words with maybe some symbols, and then you turn the tape back on, or you push play, and then you join me and see what I put down, okay? And see if they're similar, or if you like your words better than mine, that's great. You might like something I put down, and you might change something on yours, but I want you to stop every time we go through a sentence. I want you to stop the tape and do that one sentence on your own. So don't worry, I'm gonna walk you through it as we go. I'm gonna read you the story. You should have your story that I told you in your lesson plan today, called The Donkey and His Driver. This is an Aesop fable, okay? It was written by a man named Aesop back in the, you know what? I think Aesop was, I should have looked this up, but I believe he was in the 1st or 2nd century. I'm gonna look that up. I need to find that out. But he was a long time ago, probably almost 2,000 years ago. But what he wrote he had a lot of wisdom of everyday things. And so this everyday occurrences that happen in your life and my life. So there's always a moral to his story. He doesn't put a moral down with this story, or at least with this story, there's not one that's written. However, I bet that he did have one on his original story, because he put morals to every story. A moral is a lesson that we can learn from the story. I love that, because I learn better from reading about stories and applying those to my life. So let's read about the donkey and his driver, okay? A donkey was being driven along a road that led down a mountainside. Seeing his stall at the foot of the mountain down below, he decided to take a shortcut home. It seemed to him the quickest way down was over the edge of the nearest cliff. Just as he was about to leap over, his master caught him by the tail and tried to pull him back. The stubborn donkey would not give up and continued to pull with all his might. "Very well," said his master. "Go your own way, you silly beast, and see where it leads you." With that, he let go, and the foolish donkey fell head over heels down the mountainside. Okay, we're going to start with that first sentence. A donkey was being driven along a road that led down a mountainside. Hopefully you have your keyword outline in front of you. And I'm going to read that sentence one more time. A donkey was being driven along a road that led down a mountainside. All right, when I say go, you're going to stop the film, you're going to stop your video, and you're going to write 3 words that will help you remember that sentence. And you can draw a picture or 2 or write a symbol. Remember, those are freebies if you can think of one. All right, go. Okay, now I hope that you stopped that video, and now you're coming back to it, and here I am. I'm gonna write down some words that I think would help me remember this, okay? They could be a little different from yours. So let's see. A donkey was being driven along a road that led down a mountainside. I think I wanna remember that this story is about this donkey. And he is being driven, driven down a road. I might draw down a road of a mountain. So I might draw some mountains here. That's supposed to be snow on top of that mountain. Oh, you guys probably could draw better mountains, but those are my mountains, okay? There are my mountains, okay. So donkey driven down a road of a mountain. Okay, that's what I would write for my first sentence. You may have something different, which is okay. Just make sure that it's short and that you don't have a lot of words on that. This is just to help you remember. Okay, I'm gonna read the second one. Seen his stall at the foot of the mountain, he decided to take a shortcut. All right? You're gonna stop the film when I say go. Go! Okay, I'm hoping that you stopped it and now you're coming back, all right? Now, whenever there's a word like seen or saw, I like to use eyeballs that's easy to draw, and it gives me a free word. So he saw below, so instead of saying below, I'm gonna say he saw below, like it's going down, he saw his stall. Now, I know a symbol for at, and you might too. We use it all the time in our when we're typing out letters and stuff, or at hotmail.com or at google.com. That's an at sign. It means at. Okay, so he saw down below his stall at the foot. So this is an abbreviation for foot or feet, right? At the foot of the mountain. Okay, is that the end of that sentence? Oh no, and he decided to take a shortcut home. And so I'm gonna put a comma there because that's kind of one part of the sentence. He saw down below his stall at the foot of the mountain and he decides to take a shortcut home. Okay, so those are my words for that. My symbols. You're welcome to change any of the ones that you have if you like this better, or I bet you have great ones too. Whatever helps you remember. Okay, the third sentence. Let me read it. It seemed to him that the quickest way down was over the edge of the nearest cliff. All right, go. Okay, hopefully you stopped the tape. Now you're coming back. And I think it's important for me to write that the quickest way down for him, right? So the quickest way down was to basically jump over the edge of a cliff. I'm gonna probably go, he wants to jump over, right? The edge of a cliff. Okay, now let's read our fourth sentence. So that seemed like the quickest way down was for him to jump over the edge of the cliff. Okay, just as he was about to leap over, his master caught him by the tail and tried to pull him back. Okay, go. Okay, hopefully you stopped and you're coming back. So just as he was about to leap over, I'm gonna put leap, I'm gonna write, just as he was about to leap over the cliff, right? Or the edge of the cliff. Who pulls him back? His master does. His master, ignore that thing right there, I'll do that. Pulls, I feel like I need that verb in there, pulls him back. And I feel like I'm just gonna put a symbol there because he pulls him back. Maybe like a loop, pulls him back. Okay, our next sentence, sentence number 5, which is actually number 4 on your outline. The stubborn donkey would not give up and continued to pull with all his might. That's the end of that sentence. So the stubborn donkey would not give up and continued to pull with all his might. Go. Okay, now you've come back. I think for me, I needed to know that this donkey was stubborn. So I wrote stubborn, and I was gonna write donkey, but I think I'm gonna draw a donkey because we know this, I don't even know how to draw a donkey, but I'm just gonna, I know he's like that, right? And he's got a body like that, and he's got his 4 legs, and we all know that we're talking about a donkey. Okay, sorry, they kind of have long noses too. Okay, there's my donkey. Don't laugh at him. Well, you can laugh because he's bad. But anyway, I know it's about a donkey. So the stubborn donkey, just gonna draw an animal there. He does not give up. So my symbol for giving up, so right there it looks like he is giving up, right? But when you write this symbol and you put a line through it, it means does not, or not, or no, okay? So he does not give up. And he continues to, you could write continues here. I might just write pulls, okay? He does not give up, and he continues to pull, right? Pulls. All right, we're almost done, you guys. And then the next sentence says, it's the master talking, and he says, "Very well," said his master. "Go your own way, you silly beast, and see where it leads you." All right, class, go. Okay, you stop the tape, you're back. All right, well, again, when we use motion to go, I'm gonna use an arrow. So, and I might even put parentheses around that because then that helps me know that somebody's talking and it's his master. And he says, okay, go. And he says, go your own way. I'm gonna write that. Go your own way. And then he says, and see, remember I use eyes for see or saw, see where it leads, okay? So and I'm gonna put parentheses around that, so I know that the master is saying this, okay, silly beast, right? Remember that, go your own way and see where it leads you. All right, last sentence, guys, but we're actually gonna add one more, so bear with me. With that, he let go, and the foolish donkey fell head over heels down the mountainside. All right, go. Okay, you guys have written something down, I hope. I wrote here an important, again, verbs to me are important. So I wrote, okay, well, he released him, all right? He released him. That's an easier way to say let go. So I can say it in one word instead of two. So he let go, or he released him. He released the donkey, because remember he's pulling him. He released him. And the donkey, I'm gonna draw another, oh, I wish I knew how to draw. I'm really not a good drawer unless I'm looking at something. Okay, here's our donkey. He looks like a bunny, but he's not. He's a donkey, okay? I can't wait to see your outlines and see your donkey drawings. Okay, so he released the donkey. Okay, oh no, he released him, sad. And what happens? The donkey plummets down the mountain, head over heels. Well, I'm not gonna release, donkey goes down. I might do that, head over heels. That's an expression. If you fall down and you go head over heels, that means you're like rolling, tumbling, and your head's going underneath your heels. I'm sure a lot of you guys have fallen head over heels before. Okay, there we go, we've written it. Now guess what? We need to come up with our own moral. That means our own lesson that we can learn from this story. I think there's lots of lessons. I wrote down a few that I thought of right away. Actually, Mingmei gave me this one. She said, for her, it means to look ahead and think before you make a decision, which I really like that one. Look ahead before deciding. Look ahead and see what the risks are in your decision. So you could write, look ahead Look ahead before making a decision, right? Before deciding. I thought also that shortcuts, right? The donkey wanted to take this shortcut. Shortcuts aren't always the best way. Shortcuts aren't always the best way. Sometimes shortcuts can lead to failure or to calamity, okay? Shortcuts can lead the wrong way sometimes. I'm writing these out just so you can kind of come up with your own. Look ahead before deciding. Shortcuts lead the wrong, shortcuts can lead, not always, but they can lead the wrong way. What about, should he have listened to his master? His master was in charge of him, and his master was in charge of him because God put him in charge. And so I think it's important that we listen to those people that God puts in charge of us or who are shepherding us. His master didn't want him to get hurt, right? He said, no, you don't want to do that. You foolish donkey, don't go that way. He tried to rescue him, tried to pull him back, but the foolish donkey didn't want to come back. He didn't want to listen to his master. So listen, that's another good moral. Listen to those that God places in your life, okay? That God places in authority. Listen to those God places in authority, okay? Listen to your parents, listen to your teachers. Listen to those that you know that God has specifically put there for you to lead you and guide you and shepherd you. Okay, you come up with your own moral, but make sure that you come up with some kind of moral. Now how much, my tape is over 15 minutes, or not my tape, but my video. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna tell you one more thing, two more things. One is, I only want you to use your outline when you write your rough draft. So the temptation is to have this story and just like rewrite from the story, but don't do that. Throw it away, give it to your mom, but do not use your story. I want you to get rid of it. And I want you to just use your outline. And if it helps, class, remember we did this in class, read it to somebody, read it to your mom. Say, Mom, okay, I'm gonna read the story back to you from my outline. And then from your outline, read it back before you write your rough draft. That way it's in your mind, really what you wanna write. Number 2 that I wanna tell you is, remember when you write your rough draft tomorrow, I'm not gonna do another video for your rough draft, just remember it's a rough draft. That means it's like sandpaper, okay? It can be rough. It doesn't have to be all smooth and perfect. You can have crossed out words. You can have sloppy words. Your words might be misspelled, but your job is just to write your story. Just get it down on paper. Most important thing is to skip lines, because you need those extra lines on your rough draft for when you go back. And then you look for errors. Oh, this is probably spelled wrong. Cross it out and find out the right way to spell it and write it over top. Oh, this is a banned word. I'm not supposed to use go get, seesaw. Make sure you're probably gonna have a lot of C's or saw, I saw, or the donkey saw, or he saw, or he sees. Anyway, when you have those are banned words. You're gonna circle those, cross them out, and go to your strong verbs in the back of your I.E.W. book and look for something under see and saw. There's some really good words in there. Yeah, so your rough draft is just rough, and you get to just go back and make the changes that you need for when you write your final draft the third day. Okay, I know that you're getting better and better at this, but if you have any questions, you know that you can always ask your mom to text me what those questions are, or email me, or you can call me, because I love to hear from you. All right, guys, thanks for joining me, and have a super day.